Al-Qaeda is coming from Iraq into Syria. These are foreign fighters. There are about 10,000 of them. They're growing. But with a good drone program, you don't need American troops. No weapons have gone to the Free Syrian Army. It is one of the great mistakes.
But is there time? I mean, it doesn't seem. I mean, everything seems to be deteriorating over there. And here in the United States, I don't think a lot of Americans have an appetite for getting to reinvest ourselves in the area.
I totally get that. I'm not talking about ground troops. The King of Jordan. Have you ever met the King of Jordan?
I've met his father.
He is one of the solutions, not the problems. 600,000 refugees from Syria going into Jordan. He has a peace treaty with Israel. What happens if he gets overrun by radical Islamists? That will happen a year from now or less if something doesn't change in Syria. What about Lebanon? It's falling apart because of Syria. Look at Iraq. Syria is a cancer. It has to be contained, and we could.
All right, you mentioned Israel. You were just there with
Yes.
Senator McCain. I know that Prime Minister Netanyahu, who's particularly grateful to you for being there and supporting the Israelis. What is Prime Minister Netanyahu thinking about, our Obama administration actions?
Well, Iran's nuclear program is the biggest threat to the existence of Israel and to if the Ayatollahs get a nuke, God help the Israeli people. They believe, the Israelis believe, that backing off on sanctions, not imposing new sanctions, is sending the worst possible signal to the Ayatollahs. They believe that the research and development provisions of the interim agreement allow the Iranians to continue to enrich uranium to go toward developing a bomb.
Are you for more sanctions on Iran?
Absolutely. If we don't put sanctions on the table and let the Western world and the Iranians know that we're serious about stopping their program, this deal is going to come apart.
Is the president in favor of sanctions?
The president is not in favor of additional sanctions. The only reason the Iranians are at the table today because the sanctions brought them there.